Welcome to Braves Country Radio. We are excited to bring you a brand new season, your home for the classic call of radio baseball.
Lineup for Braves Country by DM McGee. A is for Aaron, the Hammer and Hank, the real home run king. Take that to the bank. B is for Bobby. Cox never cowered. He'd give Blue quite an earful on his way to the showers. C is for Chipper. Don't call him Larry. He would show up in Shea, the Mets he would bury. D is for David. Justice he'd bring. A Game 6 solo brought Atlanta their ring. E is for Eddie Matthews. 512 bombs away. Lit skies from Boston to Milwaukee to the A. F is for Fred. McGriff dog-biting crime. A fire was lit the day he arrived. G is for Glavin. Southpaw winds and kicks, changing speeds east and west, a gem in Game 6. H is for Harry and his brother George Wright, the father of baseball, Boston pennants in flight. I is for inning, ending double play, Riley to Ozzie to Olsen all day. J is for Jones, Andrew let her fly, and his gloves in center is where singles would die. K is for strikeouts, a plenty from Strider, the quads in the stash, getting swings from that slider. L is for Lopez, Javi to BMAC, Travis and Smurf, we've been lucky to see that. M is for Mad Dog, he won 355, could swat flies with the changeup and still bust you inside. N is for Necro, he got to the hall by bending and knuckling and floating that ball. O is for Otis, old Nixon could fly, the catch at the wall baffled our eyes. P still for Peterson, we were all rockin' pearls. With Eddie and Jorge, we were out of this world. Q is a quandary for why Dale is not in. Murphy MVPs again and again. R is for ranking, the top pitchers lore. Remember Kid Nichols, 107 WAR. S is for Smoltzy, the big three in the hall. When the game's on the line, you give John the ball. T is for Tyler, Matzik and the gift of 2021, the entire night shift. U is for Chavez, but we say Uncle Jesse. The frames, the release, kept the batters guessing. V is Van Weeren, Skip Carey 2, Don Ernie Joe, the tales from the booth. W is Warren, spawn Johnny Sane. They'd ride him in Boston and then pray for rain. X is Mazzoni, yeah, X marked the spot. Leo rocked next to Bobby and his pitchers stayed hot. Why it makes us feel young, the game's main appeal. Chopping through the battery, there's no better feel. Z is for Zip Boom Bam, Ramalama Ding Dong. Throughout the summer, we sing that song. From AJ to eyeglasses and a hell of a pen. Mad Max, Uncle Charlie, win after win. A cannon from short, and RC you later. Acuna Matata, there is no one greater. Though you can't fit them all when you just A to Z. Think of your favorites in the rafters we see. I started with 3, then 10, 25, 47, 31, and of course 29. Let's not forget 21, 41, 35, the great 44, or 755, and old number 6, who led his great teams. The pennants were flying, it felt like a dream. From Boston to Milwaukee, to Atlanta's TBS, a family, a tradition, Braves country's the best. Lineup for Braves Country by DM2nd.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Play ball!
Good seats, hey, buddy. He missed the tag! He missed the tag! He missed the tag!
Good afternoon, everybody. Just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. Stremski will be leading us off today. And it is in the bottom of the second inning. The Braves trail 3-2. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for San Francisco. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Atlanta Braves. Robbie Ray is going to pitch today. Now that's a difference. They must be going with the bullpen game tonight. Robbie Ray was originally supposed to pitch tonight. So what they're doing is they're flipping the script because we have a lineup that is ready for a right-hander, and they're putting a left-hander in, and he'll go basically a piggyback situation. And we'll see who they put out there tonight, but most likely it will be a full-blown bullpen game unless they have called somebody up, or will call somebody if they can call them up in between the innings. So Robbie Ray, I do have his repertoire already down because I had him ready for tonight. What you'll see from him is a four-seamer, 43% of the time. Slider 27% of the time, changeup 17%, curveball 8%, and the sinker 5%. And as soon as they lift the 3D, we will bring it to you. Trying to fire it up right now, going on a test run, see if it's ready. And it looks like it may be. Yes, sir! It is baseball time in Braves country.
Then, just like that, somebody turned off the rain and the sun come out.
First pitch on the way is right there at the knees. For a strike, it's 0-1. Lefty matchup. The 0-1 pitch. Ray brings it. Swing and a miss, it's 0-2. Excuse me, 1-1. They put the wrong number up there to start the game. I'm trying to sync this up with the 3D for you. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. say that they're a touch behind. So what I'm showing is a 2-2 count. We'll get it together here in a second. The 2-2 pitch, swing, rifle back, foul and out of play. And we'll do it again. Braves trail 3-2 as we reconvene the suspended game. I saw some questions on social media today. We'll get into that in a second. Is the 2-2. Down and away. Full count. So a full count. Ray brings it. Swing. Hammer down the first base line, but foul. The payoff pitch one more time. Caught looking strike 3. Got caught watching the paint dry. Fastball right down the pipe, and Yaz just frozen. Frozen noodle, one away. And if you're wondering what's going on with that, why they did that, they did it because you can't change your starting lineup at this point in the middle of the game. And they have guys that they have in there that they would have preferred to bench versus Robbie Ray tonight. The first pitch is to Ha-Seong Kim, is high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. And it doesn't really throw off Ray's preparation because he was supposed to go today anyways. Lefty-righty matchup. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. Right there on the outer edge. Ball 2-2-0. Ha-Seong Kim, the batter, batting .089 on the year. The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him. 2-1. Robbie Ray is a strikeout pitcher. You'll see a lot of swing and misses, especially he tries to really get you to chase on that slider when he gets ahead. The 2-1 to Kim. Fastball right down the pipe, taking it all the way, 2-2. Drake Baldwin stands on deck. He already has a home run in this game. So a couple of things. We need to go over the 2-2. Swing. Fouls it back out of play. We'll do it again. If you're looking from the betting or fantasy baseball standpoint of this, the stats from tonight's game just roll over in today's game. The 2-2 blew it right by him, strike 3. So hopefully Drake Baldwin's ready for Robbie Ray because the Gaz and Kim definitely sure weren't. Braves trail by 1. First pitch to the Drake is dribbled softly over to second, and the Braves go down very quietly to start the suspended game. We'll be back in a flash. Top of the third we go, trailing by 1.
Dude, I think my grandpa was onto something. People think overalls are for old people. The mobility, dude. Back pockets super long. Double front pockets. I'm like, you'd rather play checkers on a leopard's ass than mess with somebody in overalls, dude. I feel tough as Tarzan's feet and knees, baby. Come on.
December 4th, George Washington's cousin, Colonel William Washington, pulled off a brilliant ruse in 1780 to secure a victory for the Continental Army. Colonel Washington, leading a small unit of cavalry and militia, managed to corner a well-fortified Loyalist unit in South Carolina. Outgunned and without artillery, Washington turned to ingenuity, carving a cannon from a tree trunk and positioning it as though he were preparing to bombard the house the enemy was holed up in. The tactic, reminiscent of pacifist Quakers who used Quaker guns to deter aggression, worked perfectly. Intimidated by the supposed heavy firepower, the Loyalists surrendered without a fight. This clever deception, along with other Southern campaigns, weakened British forces and morale, setting the stage for their ultimate defeat at Yorktown less than a year later.
No one knew it then, but just like that, the Whitey Ball era had essentially ended. Sure, Whitey stuck around for a few more years, and Ozzie a few more after that, but the magic of those special runs was gone. Still, the 80s Cardinals had, for the better part of a decade, played the game in a way no one had ever really seen before or since. And in the process, they made St. Louis the best baseball town in America.
The 80s Cardinals reignited baseball in St. Louis. It was always a very, very good baseball town. It became an over-the-top baseball town and stayed there.
We were one win away from winning 3 World Series in a decade. I mean, I don't know how many times that's been done, but it doesn't happen that often. If they had won those 3 titles, they would have a significantly greater place in the history of baseball. And I think actually that style of baseball would have a significantly greater impact.
Welcome back. James Karinchak to start it off. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way. High and out of the zone. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. Way high out of the zone, ball 2, 2-0. Trying to line this back up because he went rogue on the last break. Braves trail 3-2, top of the third, James Karinchak on the mound. The 2-0 pitch, right there, top of the zone. 2-1. There we go. Okay, so if you're talking about fantasy-wise, I'm going to tell you what I did one of my leagues. I dropped Grant Holmes. They didn't calculate his stats until today is when they'll calculate it as the 2-1 checks at foul 2-2. And he was going to get me negative points. I just dropped him, and I've had it with him anyways. He is just a waste of space on a fantasy roster. As far as the betting world goes, is the 2-2. Swing, pops it up. High in the sky. Very shallow center field. Hassan Kim will make the grab, and there's one down. As far as the betting world goes, if you placed the bet last night, whatever you place is still live for today. Now, there are some books that will let you live bet this now. Some will wait until the game starts. Some won't do it at all, and then others would have opened up the book this morning for you to live bet this game. Others would just wait for it to go live and then let you start betting then. Willie Adames, the batter, first pitch curveball at the knees. It's 0-1. So they got rid of the idea. I saw Richard Talley said he's upset that they didn't restart the game. They got rid of that rule, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. Nowadays is the 0-1 pitch right there on the outer edge. Misses 1-1. I believe I'm almost positive it was the last collective bargaining agreement that put it in stone that if a game begins, you will just pick it up wherever it's at as the 1-1 swing and a miss. 1-2. You'll pick it up wherever it begins the next time that you go to conclude this game. So let's say they didn't play today and they started this game again in August, right? Same thing would apply. It would be third inning, and away we go. And the reason why they did that is the 1-2 misses high, 2-2. If you're paying attention to all baseball, you know you have not seen a suspended game in years. Now, a team could be leading after 5 and the game gets called. That's fine, but you won't get all the statistics taken off. As the 2-2 swing, lifts it high. It's going to be an F9 your scorecard, and there's 2 down. And the reason why that came up in the last collective bargaining agreement, because think about it. Let's say you're a batter that has in your contract that if you hit certain numbers, you're going to get bonuses. and you fall a home run short from getting a big bonus, but you had a home run in a game that was canceled in April, you're going to be ticked off about it, and so that's why they did it. First pitch swing and fouls it away. It's 0-1. And you know, to be fair, they do that in all the other sports, so it makes a ton of sense that they went to that. But if the game is called all together, then it's just, it ends wherever it is, 5th inning, 6th inning, 7th inning, what have you. The 0-1 count. Misses high, 1-1. So the only time you get it wiped off is if the game is already put in the books. The 1-1 pitch, swing, hit hard on the ground over to third. Riley's got it, fires it to first, and that's a 5-3 putout, and we'll go to the bottom of the third. Braves trail by 1. As far as prize picks, you would just have to check the rules. I don't do prize picks, and I don't know what state you're in, so you're going to have to get just a little more information. We'll be back in a flash.
You know, I pulled you over tonight.
Yeah, I got a pretty good idea. Hey, I got a big favor to ask you. You mind if I step out of the car for a minute?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
All right, thanks.
Yep.
Let's step back here.
Okay.
So you saw the lady in the passenger seat, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's my wife. And the lady in the back seat, did you see her?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, though. Are you married?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. All right, here you go. So that's the mother-in-law in the back, right? Those two got in a huge fight this morning, and the mother-in-law insisted we take her home right away. So that's what I'm trying to do, get her home. I'm worried they're going to make up, and then, you know, she's going to live with us another 6 months, right? So I got to get her home before those two make up, okay?
All right, so I'm going to give you a full police escort. Okay. I'm going to turn on the sirens, keep the lights on. By the glory of God, we will get you there. Now get in the car.
Go.
Yep.
Playing the Minnesota Twins, the Redbirds would come up against a distinct disadvantage.
Some noise tonight, huh?
You couldn't hear yourself think in that place. If there's ever a thing called home field advantage, they had it.
The crowd is already at fever pitch. Pre-game warm-ups.
To this day, that's the loudest noise I've ever heard in a building. The place went crazy.
Line into left for a base hit. 6.
Another great series, 7 games. Kirby Puckett, Kent Herbeck, Frank Viola, and him being unhittable.
Viola just sailing along.
They had a pretty stacked team, and we gave them a pretty good fight. But sometimes the cards aren't in your favor.
The Gayetti, for the first time ever, the Minnesota Twins are the world champions.
Welcome back. First pitch swinging by Eli White, pops it up. Lazy fly ball into the seats over the first base dugout, and it's 0-1. And if you're wondering about the double-header rule about getting an extra player, you can declare that player, but they will declare that player after this game concludes. So the Braves could declare a player to come up. Is the 0-1 outside wide, 1-1. And so we would have to wait for the news for that, because they will not release that before game time. The 1-1 count. Swing. Pops it up. Fairly high fly ball that looked like it's going to be a lazy one. It goes all the way to the warning track, F8. 1 down. It is a warm day here. It's 83 degrees and the wind's barely blowing in at about 7 to 10 miles an hour. So we might get to see some offense here, because I did not expect, nor did Eli, that ball was going to go very far. And it just kept drifting and drifting back. Matt Olson, the batter. Now, as far as Michael Harris is concerned, is the first pitch down and away. In the dirt, it's 1-0. He has a back strain. They pulled him out last night. So no matter what, even if he's feeling phenomenal right now, he can't play in this game anyways. He's already entered and left the game. That's why Eli White is out in left and Dubon in center, the 1-0. Check swing, top of the zone, four-seam fastball, 1-1. I doubt he plays tonight. 1-1 count. Pitch right there on the outer edge. 1-2. And so with that being said, there's a pretty good chance that he may not even play tomorrow as well, because the last time he had a back strain, he missed about almost 3 games. The 1-2 down, fouled away, and we'll do it again. He left 1 game, he missed 2 days, and then he came back as a pinch hitter, and that's when he hit the bases clearing double against the Pirates. So in a perfect world, he only misses a few games, and we're back at it, but you never know. The 1-2 down and away, 2-2. The bat can be a funny thing, and it truly is a day-to-day type injury. They'll just test him every morning he wakes up. The 2-2. Outside wide ball, 3-2. Standing on deck is Ozzie Albies. Braves trail by 1, bottom of the 3rd. The payoff pitch. Swing, chops it down the first base side in towards the dugout. And we'll do it again. Infield is playing back and to the right. Outfield deep and straight away. The payoff pitch. Inside, almost hits him in the arm, bends him around, and he'll head on down to first with a 1-out walk for Matty O. First pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies. Up high and out of the zone, it's 1-0. Infield back into the left. Double play depth for the second baseman, Luis Arias. Braves trail by 1, bottom of the 3rd. Robbie Ray kicks and fires. Outside wide, 2-0. Ray, his second inning of work, he's thrown 28 pitches so far. He's not known for being a pitcher that can go deep into a game, so if the Braves can eat some pitches, the 2-0, outside wide 3-0. He'll struggle with command from time to time. The 3-0 to Ozzie. Misses high. Whoa. Called a strike, and Ozzie's not challenging it? Come on, Ozzie. Get it together, son. It's 3-1. We saw this earlier this week where they just took one down the throat, and it turned into an out. The 3-1 pitch. Swing, pops it up, back out of play. Terrible decision by Ozzie Albies there. Both teams have both of their challenges left, so there was no reason not to take a stab at that challenge. The payoff pitch. Flips it over to first again. Runner at first, 1 out. The payoff pitch. Swing, pops it up. And that'll die softly into the glove of Rafael Devers. So the inability to think quickly and challenge that call there will cost the Braves a base runner, and there's 2 down. You wonder if they go over that stuff when they get in the dugout. Like, that is one you've got to challenge. That would have meant a base. If it was 2-0, okay, I can live with it. But 3-0, the second time we've seen that in the last few days where the Braves didn't challenge. The last time it was Dubon. Dominic Smith, the left-hander, standing in. The first pitch, swing, lifts it high into right field, but he got underneath that one. It'll be a lazy fly ball into the glove of Lee, and that'll end the inning. Braves trail by 1. We go to the 4th here in Braves country.
What a day. I use a drink. Nothing like a cold one after a long day, huh?
So, how much do you drink?
I'd say I'm good for about 10 or 12.
10 or 12 a week? That's not bad.
About a week.
You drink 10 or 12 beers a day?
You counting beers too?
How reckless of me. I made you all wet.
Yes, but my martini's still dry.
She turned out to be a part-time model and a full-time pickpocket. Oh, yeah. I've been known to drink a beer or two. But then again, I've been known to do a lot of things.
You drinking anymore?
Oh, me? No, I quit drinking, dude.
You never gonna drink again? Nope. You wanna stop at the bar by the Chinese restaurant? Just get a quick shot, me and you, and then we'll go? Yeah, the bar they got in the back.
Oh, the Chinese bar? Okay. What's shaking?
All 4 cheeks and a couple of chins.
I thought you said they didn't have alcohol.
Run back to your mix master. Cook up a few more of these.
Cigarette?
No, I never touch them.
Yeah. I suck them down like Coca-Cola.
I expose people to magic. I expose them to something they're never otherwise going to see in their boring, normal lives. And I gave that to them. I may forget about them tomorrow, but they'll live with that memory for the rest of their lives. And that's a gift, man.
One of the women said that she was afraid she might OD.
I thought that was a lemon drop. I didn't think it was tequila.
What's that got to do with me?
You and me are gonna have a small talk later on.
I'll be busy thinking of things to say.
Doesn't your wife ever complain that you never spend any time with her?
Would you?
But to keep it down to a low roar, some of us have to work.
Put that money down, pal.
Yeah, I'll be ready.
There goes the 2 weeks at camp. I promised the kids this summer.
My birthday, give me a beer, stick a candle in it, and I'll blow out my liver.
Here's to feeling good all the time.
Perfect. Cheers.
Cheers.
This crowd's back into it now.
Dylan Dodd will go to work. First pitch on the way. Lefty-lefty matchup right there. P at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Upstairs for a strike. That one should probably be challenged as well. It's 0-2. Your home plate umpire, Jordan Baker, one of the weaker home plate umpires in statistical rankings in all of baseball. If you're just joining us, Ozzie Albies gave up a golden opportunity to get aboard when he didn't challenge a 3-0 pitch last inning. The 0-2 misses high, 1-2. So Dylan Dodd now in the game. Remember, Grant Holmes has already pitched Karen Chak through 1 inning. Dylan Dodd now, you would think he may be there to bridge a couple of innings. It's normally what he does when he comes in, the 1-2. High now the zone 2-2. And also remember, whoever you pitch tonight, you're most likely not going to be able to use them, or whoever you pitch today, you most likely won't be able to use them tonight. You very rarely see that in Major League Baseball anymore. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's one away. And with no days off the rest of the week, the Braves will have to think about how they want to attack this, but basically, if they think that they've got a real chance of winning the game, you're going to see your frontline relievers towards the end. If not, you're going to see the lesser thans coming in. Talking about Molina as the first pitch is upstairs for a strike on the outer edge. It's 0-1. It will be J.R. Ritchie going tonight. And if this game is close at the end, they may go with the idea of is the 0-1 outside wide, 1-1. Go after the win, a close today in the day game with Iglesias, and then you've always got, if you save him, you've got Ranger Suarez or Didi Fuentes for tonight, the 1-1. Swing, chops it foul. 1-2. when you have a chance to get that win, you're not going to punt it for tonight. So they're going to be aggressive if the offense can scratch out some runs. 1-2 count. This is high. 2-2. As far as worrying about Ronald Acuna Jr. being injured, he was far from the catalyst of this offense. If you don't watch every game, I get why you may think he is. The 2-2 fouls it away. But the Drake is back. He's already hit a home run in this contest. And he's really the straw that stirs the drink nowadays for the Braves offense. The more concerning injury to me would be Michael Harris being out for a while. Now, hopefully it's just a day-to-day like it was last time. But it does worry you that this is continuing to come back. The 2-2 down and in. Full count. Suzak, the number 9 hitter, so Luis Arias stands on deck. The payoff pitch. Swing rips it towards left field, drifting over, making the easy running catch is Eli White. Little white lightning here in the top of the 4th, and there's 2 down. So if you look at how, and of course, I don't know who they're going to call up. I have some guesses, but I'll throw that away. I don't know who they're going to call up for tonight's game, but who they have available in this game right now. Normally when you see Dylan Dodd, you don't see Raylo. The only reason why you would see Raylo is if the game gets away from us. First pitch is right down the pipe for a strike. It's 0-1 to the left-handed Arias. Arias, pretty much known as a soft hitter that gets on base a lot, is the 0-1. Chops it back to the mound. This should be an easy inning. It is. Great job by Dylan Dodd, and that'll end the 4th. He most likely comes out for another inning, but we'll see how they play it. Braves trail by 1. Bottom of the 4th we go.
What the hell is that?
What? You told me to put on an old costume.
Not from when you were 8.
Mom, you cannot have a problem with this. I'm Mother Teresa.
Are you kidding me?
What? I'm her back when she was hot.
Intentional grounding. Offense number 7. It's a 10-yard penalty. I'm talking to America here. Excuse me. Penalty and a loss of down. Second down.
When people find out your job, what annoying thing they always say. Let me hold something, big money. Oh, he got it. He ain't even got to worry about that. You can get me on. But how they hire you? They pay good over there? How they do their drug tests over there? Y'all work in the air conditioning? Hey, how long it took you to go to school for that? I apply, I can put you down for a reference? Oh, they ain't gonna hire nobody like me. I can keep going, but that's just some of the questions that I get asked. What y'all get asked?
Carlos Beltran emerged as a young star for the Kansas City Royals, winning the 1999 Rookie of the Year award.
Boy, he is really something. A switch hitter, he could run, throw, he could do it all. 5-tool guy.
Carlos Beltran scorches this pitch. That was as pure a left-handed swing as you will see.
In 2004, he was traded to the Astros in time for their playoff push.
It's gone! It's gone! It's gone! Oh, man, this guy is something.
Beltran would go on to have an historic postseason in 2004, hitting 8 home runs for the Astros.
You sit up here almost speechless. I mean, this kid on a national stage is showing everybody.
His playoff success in 04 launched him to a 7-year deal with the Mets.
Gone! He's done it again! Both sides of the plate today, homering for the switch hitter Carlos Beltran.
41 home runs playing Gold Glove center field, could do it all.
Talk about one of the best switch hitters that the game has ever seen.
Home run number 400 for Carlos Beltran.
You talk about talent. What a talent, Carlos Beltran.
Delay of game. Defense number 55. We're making a move that's not necessarily like football.
Welcome back. Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch swinging by Mauricio Dubon. Rattles it down in the corner, but foul. Down towards the left field side. It's 0-1. Yes, Team impressed. It was a lower back strain, but he's had this injury already one time before this year, and he missed about 3 games. The 0-1. Swing. Fouls it away. 0-2. Back and hamstring issues usually are a reoccurring problem when a guy first starts getting them. We talked about that the first time he got hurt, and here we are again. The 0-2, high and out of the zone, 1-2. And it may be something he just has to monitor the entire year. I contend it was probably because of the rain last night. He was probably running awkwardly going around the corner that scored the second run of the game for the Braves, because he didn't come out after he scored that run. The 2-2 count. Swing, pops it up, and that'll be an easy out. F9 your scorecard. One away. Chopperoo. Doctor says MH2 needs a backiotomy. Needs a back transplant. But it's just another dumbfounding question on why they started that game last night. They knew that rain was coming in. And here's the strangest part about it is the first pitch to Austin Riley is down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Had they just waited about an hour for that rain to pass, they could have played last night. But because they tried to play through the rain, it ended up tearing up the track on the infield, and they couldn't repair it, and essentially that's why they had to shut it down, the 1-0. Outside wide, ball 2-2. Because I watched the radar the rest of the night. I was up watching other ball games and working and whatnot, and I would look at the radar like, man, they could have gotten this team in, this game in, but and it's strange they never do that. The 2-0 pitch, swing, knocks it back up the middle, but it's a hard hit ball right at the second baseman. Arias, 4-3. 2 down. But they never should have started the game last night. I was in shock. That's why we came on late yesterday, because I kept waiting for this is going to be delayed. We'll start it at 8:15, da-da-da-da-da. Zastrzemski back at the plate. He's 0 for 1. He was the first man to face Ray coming out of the pen, who was supposed to be tonight's starter. First pitch misses high and out of the zone. They call it a strike and no challenge. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss at the slider, 0-2. The 0-2 count. I'm sorry, but with Jordan Baker behind the plate, you've got to be aggressive on challenging. The 0-2 misses high, 1-2. One thing I've always noticed with Jordan Baker, because been doing this is now the 6th season of doing these games, and Baker's just always been a train wreck. He waits pretty late into the delivery to get set, and I think that has a lot to do why he has a very sporadic strike zone. The 1-2 count. Down and away, 2-2. But you just wonder if there's pregame talk about who's behind the plate. This guy's normally pretty good. This guy's normally pretty bad. The 2-2. Caught looking, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. That one was in the zone. We'll be back in a flash. Top of the 5th we go, trailing by only 1.
War's over, man. Drop the big one.
Well, since when are you the pudding kind?
What? Over? Did you say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is. And it ain't over now. Who's with me? Let's go!
I don't have to tell you things are bad. It's depression. Everybody's scared. Punks are running wild in the street. The air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. I want you to get mad. Will you fight? No! We will run, and we will live.
Shame on you. This could be the greatest night of our lives. You're gonna let it be the worst.
In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself. And after what you've gone through, if you haven't done that by now, it ain't gonna never happen.
Wretched slugs. Don't any of you have the guts to play for blood?
I'm your huckleberry.
I'll put you out of your misery.
Say wham.
You gotta say, damn it, my life has value.
And I'm gonna stay right here and fight for this lost cause.
Intruder.
Yes, you're an intruder. I was having a perfectly nice trip until you walked into my life.
Hey! I'm just lying around.
I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!
Right. Psychotic, but absolutely right. We gotta take these bastards.
Are they yelling in Atlanta?
Are they yelling in Atlanta? I'm as mad as hell!
They're yelling in Atlanta.
Son of a we struck the mother load!
I'm mad as hell!
I'm mad as hell!
I'm not gonna take it anymore!
And this crowd's back into it now.
I didn't think you had it in you.
You look like somebody just walked over your grave. Play for blood, remember?
Like I missed something.
Yeah, we're all officially kicked out of school.
That makes sense.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way. Dylan Dodd will come back out there for another inning of work, or at least to begin the inning. Fires a pitch right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 lefty-lefty matchup. Eldridge, the batter, swings, slaps it over to short. Hassan Kim's on it. He'll flip it to first, and there's one away. Good to see you, Big Truck. Keep on rolling. Matt Chapman, the batter, one of the guys who's been rumored as being on the trade block for the San Francisco Giants, batting .260, the third baseman, 7 home runs. First pitch misses high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Man, we'd kill for a third baseman. It's hitting .260 and a 758 OPS. The 1-0 inside, 2-0. I do believe there's going to be a point in this season where Riley's going to get smoking hot and carry this team for about 2 weeks, and this will feel like ancient history. But right now it's rough to watch. The 2-0. Swing rips it down the line, foul. 2-1. 2-1 count. Rafael Devers, another guy who's on the trade block. Standing on deck. It's just doubtful that the Braves would take on Devers' contract, so I would put that to bed immediately. The 2-1 swings, fouls it back, 2-2. You're not going to take on a Devers contract who can only play first base or DH and be locked into his deal. As the 2-2 pitch, swing, pops it up, back out of play. Pulling up the official numbers right now, but I know it was a 10-year deal when he signed it. When did it begin? All right, he won't even be out of this deal. And it was worth originally over $300 million. He won't be out of the deal until 2034, so no way the Braves take that on. The 2-2. Swing, lifts it. High into left field, but the Book of Eli will camp underneath it, flash the leather, and there's 2 down. It would be fun to watch Devers in this lineup. You put him, I would probably try to put him in between a right-hander so you would, I mean, I guess in theory it doesn't matter. You could have him and Olsen going back-to-back in the lineup. But once again, Braves are not going to take on a $300 million, basically a guy making $31 million a year. First pitch on the way is a sinker right there. First strike, it's 0-1. He was originally a third baseman in Boston, and you can make that argument, but he was a terrible defensive third baseman in Boston. That's why they went out and got Bregman. The 0-1 misses high. 1-1. The 1-1 count. Yeah, D. Michael Harris is out of the game with a lower back strain. The 1-1. Swing, blast it. High and deep, and she gone. A solo shot, and Devers makes it a 2-run game. 4-2 your score. 400 feet over the right field wall, and the Braves trail by 2. Backstream, Big Truck. So 4-2 your score. Dylan Dodd getting the fastball way high up and inside, and that's right in the wheelhouse of Rafael Devers. Jung-Ho Lee, the batter. Lefty, swing. That ball's clobbered. She gone. Towards the chop house. Racked and stacked, and the Giants jump out to a 5-2 lead. Back-to-back jacks. In an empty stadium here at Truist Park. And it's 5-2 San Fran. Good to see you, Bobby B. He's just getting drilled. Second straight batter that the fastball was up in the zone. That ball's blasted high, but he got underneath this one. This will be a fly ball into the glove, shallow left field. Jung-Ho Lee with the catch, and that'll end the inning. But not before Dylan Dodd coughed up a couple of home runs. We'll be back in a flash, trailing by 3. We go to the bottom of the 5th.
My Lord, a snapping turtle.
Boy, what the hell is a snapping turtle? Boy, there's no reason your tongue should roll that hard to where you can't make a T.
I'm back with a pirka and these Takis chips.
A pirka? What the hell is a pirka? Some of y'all with these meals, I don't understand how y'all just be popping up and think you got to take a picture of it. If you eating something like this, you got a chain around your neck in the basement and you bark at people. What you got here? Vanilla beans and rice, a 6-inch cream-filled mayonnaise Subway sandwich, a chicken neck, 2 stolen quail eggs, and the oldest gas station pizza you can find. Them beans look like Skittles when all the flavor come off it. Who feeding you, a witch? What that little meter is in the corner, man? This exotic. I ain't never had no baked turtle leg.
The 9 greatest center fielders. Number 5.
Duke Snider was certainly one of the great center fielders of all time, as his Hall of Fame induction suggested.
This is one deep to right, way back there, going. A home run for Duke Snider. That is number 400 for the Duke.
Snider happened to play in a period when there were 3 great center fielders in baseball: Willie Mays, Mickey Mantle, and Duke Snider.
Willie, Mickey, and the Duke, people try to leave Duke out, but Duke was a tremendous hitter. He could hit the ball hard.
When the subject turned to New York center fielders in the 50s, of course you had Willie and Mickey, but you couldn't overlook the Duke. Snider had 5 straight seasons in which he hit 40 or more home runs and had more than 100 RBIs 6 times.
Snider also had the most home runs of any major league player in the 1950s and was a very good defensive center fielder.
The Duke of Flatbush was the centerpiece of the great Brooklyn Dodger teams that won 5 pennants in the 1950s.
One of the defining players on one of the most significant teams in baseball history.
Welcome back. Hassan Kim up 1-0 on the pitch from Robbie Reyes. He misses the outside corner ball, 2-0. Braves trail by 3, bottom of the 5th. Good to see you, McCoy. The 2-0. High and out of the zone, ball 3-0. When you got the best ERA in Major League Baseball, you're not likely to go on an extended losing streak. None of real importance. But they are battling injuries right now. You just got to find a way to get through it. That every team goes through this in Major League Baseball. Is the 3-0. Upstairs for a strike. 3-1. 3-1 count. Kicks and fires. Upstairs for a strike. 4-seamer, and it's a full count. Payoff pitch to Kim. Ray comes set. This is pitch 52 for Robbie Ray. Swing and a miss. Chased a bad one out of the zone. Strike 3, and there's one down. Kim's the biggest concern for me, and I guarantee it. because Ray was supposed to pitch tonight, they would probably planned on Jorge Mateo starting at short tonight. And it was just, honestly, it was good game planning by Vitello and the Giants to bring Ray up to this game where they have the lead. The first pitch to Drake Baldwin is right there at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Fixing fires. Swing and a miss. Knuckle curve 0-2. Standing on deck is Eli White. Drake Baldwin hit a home run last night in the first inning of this game. First game coming back off the IL. A 473-foot blast to dead center field. But that was against Adrian Hauser, the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Looking silly on that one, and there's 2 down. That'll bring the right-handed bat of Eli White to the plate, batting .235 with a .704 OPS. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Robbie Ray turns and flips it up there, and the first pitch is off the plate wide. It's 1-0. D, I wish Kim hit the Mendoza line right now. He'd have to get on a hot streak like no other to get to the Mendoza. The 1-0 down and in, ball 2, 2-0. 2-0 count. Infield back into the left. The pitch on the way. Swing. Rattles it back foul. 2-1. Eli gave it a ride his first time up. Fairly deep ball to center field. It reached the warning track. If he can get on, he's got great speed. Matt Olson stands on deck. The 2-1 pitch. High and out of the zone. Ball 3, 3-1. 3-1 count. Turns and brings it. High and outside, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. Though it's not a base hit, we're kind of needing something to wake these boys up.
Shall bring forth for us.
But we'll go ahead and play his tune. Matt Olson, with one swing, can make this a one-run game. Eli, pretty good lead over there at first. First pitch swinging. Chases one down and away. It's 0-1. You got to figure their game plan is to have Ray see Olson at least one more time. That's what they would hope to do. If we can get that pitch count up, they'll never get there. The 0-1. Flips it over first real quick. Runner back in plenty of time. Oh, 1 count. Brings it. Four-seamer well off the plate, and it's 1-1. Our old friend Ron Washington in the Giants dugout. The 1-1. Just misses. 2-1. They've also got Jesse Chavez on the coaching staff. The 2-1 to Olson. Turns and kicks. 3-1. Sinker misses off the plate. You know Matt Olson's going to be sitting dead red. If he gets anything he can handle, he'll be swinging for the chop house. The 3-1 count, infield, back into the right. Here's the pitch. Swing! That ball's lifted high and deep into center field. Going back on the track. Catching the ball at the very back of the wall for a loud out number 3. Olsen thought he got it. I thought he got it. We'll be back in a flash, trailing by 3.
I'm so tired of everyone thinking that I support Donald Trump just because I think he's cool and I voted for him. Quite an accusation.
Don't judge a book
Keep
by its
me
cover.
out of this. Keep my name out your mouth.
So Adolis Garcia went to play baseball in Japan at 23 years old after born and raised in Cuba. Cubans are forbidden to play in the United States. They are allowed to go to Japan, however, to play baseball, but the bulk of their salaries must return to the Cuban government. On his flight back from Japan, Adolis had a layover in Paris. Rather than getting on his flight back home to Cuba, he got on a plane headed for the Dominican Republic, where he reunited with his wife. He established residency and he became an international free agent. 2017, he signed with the Cardinals for $2.5 million. He was DFA'd by the Cardinals. The Cardinals traded Garcia to the Texas Rangers, and he never looked back. 2023, he smashed 39 bombs, 107 ribbies, and ALCS MVP. Hit a home run in 4 straight games, set a record for most RBI in a series in MLB history.
I thought I was an okay player until you meet a guy like Trout.
Back out it is Trout. It is caught! Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout!
He can hit and hit for power, hit for average, and the way he runs, whew, I said, man, you have a little soul in you. You run like that. That's pretty fast.
He's very strong. He has the football type of body that's able to look still graceful on a baseball diamond, whether it's stealing bases, whether it's tracking down fly balls.
He's the best player I've ever seen.
This kid is a stud. S-T-U-D.
He naturally does everything the way it's supposed to be done.
People don't understand is that he is Mickey Mantle. He is Willie Mays, Stan Musial, Ted Williams. Basically, you're talking a superstar.
Fans need to sit back and take a deep breath and tell their kid, like, son, remember this guy. He's going to be in your mind forever.
No foul on the play. It was not a hold. The defender was just overpowered.
Ray Lowe will come on as the Braves trail 5-2. The first pitch down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Talked about that earlier. Unless the Braves got behind, we may not see Ray Lowe until tonight. But when the Braves fall behind, this is usually the guy they turn to these days. The 1-0 pops it up, back out of play. 1-1. And the idea would be is hopefully Ray Lowe can keep you in the game. The offense can put some runs on the board. We get back in it. If we don't put some runs on the board, Ray Lowe can go out there and eat 2-3 innings and save the pen for tonight. The 1-1 pitch, swing, smokes it into left, and it's a leadoff single for the San Francisco Giants. Diving attempt out there by Riley, but he could not get to it. First pitch. Way outside wide for a ball to Drew Gilbert, who's 0 for 1 with the walk and a run scored. It's 1-0. 1-0. Brings it. Slaps the outer edge. It's 1-1. Meanwhile, World Cup play, Portugal in trouble. They're all knotted up at 1-1 with only about a few minutes left in that one. Game they expected to win. Miami is giving us good news in Philadelphia. They're up 9-4 over the Phillies. The 1-1 pitch. Throw comes down to second base. Throw is well wide of the mark, and it'll be a stolen base on Drake Baldwin. They're checking to see if they want to challenge it. They do not. I mean, the throw is well off the track. I think they were hoping he had smacked his shoe going by. He did hit his foot, but it was with his leg. By the time the ball got there, he had already touched the base. The 2-1 count, way outside the zone, 3-1. Ronaldo Lopez with a 3.96 ERA. coming into today's action. And Miami's actually made it a 10-4 game. That's in the 8th in Philadelphia. 3-1 right there for a strike. Full count. There are very few people in these stands today. Of course, this game was a pop-up game, so a lot of folks who had tickets to this game probably had to work this morning. Didn't want to go sit out in that heat. The payoff pitch. Swing, rips it over to first, and it's going to be a line drive out. Good grab over there by Olsen up against the first base line. He looked over to second to see if he could double up the runner over there, but he got back in plenty of time. So he'll just stick it in his pocket, and there's one away. So if you're scoring at home, it's L3. Ball was smoked. Ronaldo Lopez back to work. First pitch is the slider. Swing and a miss to Suzak. It's 0-1. Suzak, the number 9 hitter, so the top of the order. Standing on deck with Luis Arias. The 0-1. Swing, lifts it. High, into right field. Making the catch out there for the easy grab is the Yaz. 2 down. 2 away with Luis Arias coming to the plate, batting .323. You got to be careful with him. We talked about this last night, and then he immediately did it. He's very good at going out there and just slapping the ball to left field. Hit him where they ain't type of batter. And they're playing him pretty deep. Typically, teams cheat up on Arias in left field. First pitch on the way. There's a curveball down below the knees. It's 1-0. Standing on deck is Eldridge. But the point being, when he hits it to left, he normally doesn't take a full swing. Normally just punches it out there, and Yaz is playing fairly deep considering the 1-0. Hammers it down the line, foul. 1-1. He's one of the few throwback old school batters that just worries about getting on base. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. He is on the trading block as well, and he would be an interesting ad for Atlanta because he is a guy that can get on base and then let the thumpers do their job. The 1-2 count. He's 2 for 3 in this game with a double and a single. Kicks and fires outside wide. 1-2. He's one of my favorite players that doesn't wear a Braves uniform. Just because he's a throwback. He reminds me of like a Rod Carew type. The 2-2 in the dirt. Good block by the Drake. Full count. He was in a perfect situation in San Diego the last few years where he literally just got on base and let everybody else knock him around. The payoff pitch from Raylo. Swing, lifts it, and he just got underneath that one. Yaz will camp underneath it. He'll make the catch in deep right field, and that'll end the inning. So it's a 3-run game. We'll grab the bats when we return here in Braves country.
And what so far has happened is what most baseball people felt could not possibly happen, that would be impossible to happen, that anyone could come into this haven for home runs, this nightmare alley, and hold the Rockies to no hits. But that's exactly what Hideo Nomo has done through 8 innings. And now one precious strike away. Got him! Hideo Nomo has done what they said could not be done. Not in the Mile High City, not at Coors Field in Denver. He has not only shut out the Rockies, he has pitched a no-hitter, and thank goodness they saw it in Japan.
The Chicago Cubs signed Ron Santo as a catcher in 1959. Once he became a third baseman, he made an immediate impression. Santo took over third in 1960, and for 15 seasons played it like he owned it.
Ronnie was a gutsy player. He'd dive, slide on his belly. Very, very good defensive third baseman.
Good enough to lead the National League in assists an amazing 7 times, while capturing 5 Gold Glove awards.
Oh, great grab by Santo.
Twice he led the league in on-base percentage, and among third basemen he ranks 9th all-time in both home runs and RBIs.
He was one of the best players in the league. He can field, hit, throw. He can do everything.
The Cubs win the ball game. Look at them all grab Santo.
Ron was tough. He didn't miss games. I remember him getting hit in the face. He took one day off. He was just that type of guy.
Ron Santo, still recovering from a fractured cheekbone, nevertheless will play in today's game.
Join the country club today. You'll have access to badges, one-of-a-kind emojis to display your Braves pride throughout the ball game. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the country club today. Welcome back. First pitch to Ozzie Albies. Swing and a miss at a curveball well in the dirt. It's 0-1. San Francisco's cast just flashed up the leading vote getters in the National League. As the 0-1 to Ozzie, swing. Hammers it into towards the outfield, but right out of Arias. They had him played perfectly. L4 in your scorecard, right into the teeth of the defense. And there's one away. And it's just proof that fans don't know what the hell they're doing. Because Ronald Acuna Jr. is leading votes in right field, and Matt Olson is not at first base. That should be reversed. Easily reversed. Lefty-lefty matchup. Dominic Smith takes the first pitch right there at the knees. It's 0-1. Braves trail 5-2. Robbie Ray has come on in a relief role, so he will not start tonight as the 0-1. And this is high 1-1. If you're just joining us, Giants had a 3-2 lead to begin the suspended game, and they brought in Robbie Ray to try to secure this win and then let the chips fall where they may tonight. The 1-1 right down the pipe for a strike. It's 1-2. 1-2 count. He's about 70,000 votes, Joey, so quite a ways away. Braves fans are going to have to get on it to get Olsen in. The 1-2 swing and a miss. Looking silly up there, 2 down. They typically wouldn't be starting Dominic Smith against Robbie Ray. I mean, you have to be crazy. He has had 2 at-bats against Ray and has just been clueless both times. But we already had the lineup set coming into this game because the game had already officially started. As the first pitch to Dubon down and away, it's 1-0. So it was really a crafty move by Vitello, who's been given really hard time because he's been a disaster so far as a first-year manager come from the college ranks. 1-0 count. Dubon. Swing. Ball hit right back up the middle. Goes off the glove of Ray. In fact, he loses his glove, but it will not go far away. He'll throw it over to first after the ball caroms off his glove, and we will be back in a flash. Heading to the 7th, trailing by 3.
Honestly, now that TikTok's gone, bro, I think I want to better my life. Like, I want to start going to the gym. I want to start reading books. I want to start exploring outside, touching grass, playing sports. Like, I really want to make a better version of myself, you know? It's back up again. Oh, well, I tried.
Holy cow, a price! Oh, that's just gorgeous there. To buy a matching pantyhose?
You're really sick.
This is a bag to carry things in. What's wrong with that? If you don't know, buddy, I'll spell it out. You F-A-G fruit. There you go again. Just because something looks a little bit different to you, you have to put a label on it, right? Well, if the place fits.
He had a good World Series. He did. One of the big things I remember with George about the World Series was Dickie Knowles knocking him down. It changed the entire complexion of the World Series. And from that point on, everybody on their team stopped hitting.
Phillies, of course, had Schmidt, but they also had Pete Rose and Steve Carlton and Tug McGraw. I mean, like, that's an all-time great team. Having sort of a sidelined and hurt George Brett did not help at all.
Here's a typical dad thing. Calls me and says, couldn't play with hemorrhoids? I go, no. 15 years go by, my brother Bobby calls me, or John calls me, or Ken calls me and says, hey, you talked to Dad lately? I go, no, why? And he said, he's in the hospital. And I go, what's wrong? He said he had hemorrhoid surgery. I call him, he answers the phone, hello? I said, you can't even sit behind a desk and you're giving me because I couldn't run and slide?
Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Welcome back. Ronald Lopez fires the first pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Slider down and away, 1-1. So instead of trying to vote to see if we could trade Kim, how about we just load up the votes to vote him into the All-Star game? The 1-1 pitch. Fouls it away, 1-2. I mean, just load them up. Stuff the ballots. Pretend like this is Los Angeles. Just stuff the ballots and get Kim into the All-Star game. The 1-2 count, outside wide, 2-2. Braves trail 5-2. Swing, chops it foul. Do it again. Bryce Eldridge, the batter, the number 2 hitter, heart of the order for the Giants. The 2-2. Misses down and away, full count. On deck is Matt Chapman. In the hole, Rafael Devers. Jung-Ho Lee, if anybody gets on, the payoff pitch, swing. Hammers it down the first base line. Good play. Great stop over there by Matt Olson. He had to slide, turn, spin, and flip the ball to Raylo on a perfect mark. As Raylo beat out the runner by about a step or so. 1 away. One down. Chapman, who's 0 for 2 on the day with an RBI. Sac fly RBI. Devers is on deck and Lee would follow. They both hit solo shots their last time up. Righty-righty matchup here. The pitch on the way. Swing. That ball's drilled over to third. Diving stop by Riley. Leaps to his feet. Fires it to first. And it's a 5-3 gun show, baby. 2 down. That was a hell of a throw by Riley. Great stop as well. There is nobody in the seats today. This looks like a Marlins game. If you're riding around near the stadium, they'll probably let you walk in there right now. Rafael Devers, the batter. He slapped one towards the chop house his last time up. Pitch misses down and away. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Right there for a strike, 1-1. Already said it, Jody. Try to keep up. The 1-1 count. Kicks and fires outside wide. 2-1. 5 runs. 7 hits, no errors for San Francisco. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Atlanta. The 2-1 pitch. Bangs it right down the pipe, 2-2. All those ballots are on MLB.com. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 4-seam fastball. Blew it right by him, and we'll head to the bottom of the 7th. We go. Time to get up and stretch. Welcome back. First pitch to Austin Riley. Misses high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. 1-0. Kicks and fires. Up top, misses high, changeup, ball 2, 2-0. Austin Riley 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. He grounded out to second his last time up. Yaz standing on deck. The 2-0. Top of the zone, question mark, 2-1. It may have touched the top. Braves still with both their challenges. They have yet to use them. The 2-1 pitch. Swing! That ball's hammered towards left field. That ball's going to get down where the green grass grows. Riley turns first, heading towards second, and it's a leadoff double for your Atlanta Braves.
You're my boy, Blue! Blue, you're my boy!
So the Yaz will come to the plate, lefty-lefty matchup. Tough spot here for Mike Yastrzemski. As the first pitch misses outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. They do want to challenge this. It's going to be a very close challenge, as you can see on your screen. And they're going to say it just touched the zone for a strike. So turn that around. It's 0-1. he gets those types of calls, it's going to make it even tougher on the S who doesn't hit lefties well. The 0-1, down and away, 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. Fouls it away. 1-2. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Now they're going to say that he got a piece of it just to stay alive, and we'll do it again. Austin Riley standing at second with the infield back and to the right. The 1-2. Go back to the same pitch again. He chases it again, and there's one away. Yeah, he's just clueless against left-handers, especially a tough one like Robbie Ray. The circumstances just have him in the lineup right now. Typically, they would have never put him in the starting lineup. Ha-Seong Kim coming to the plate. First pitch, pop-up. That'll add to his miserable season. He will fly out to left field. 0 for 3 on the day, and there's 2 down. Ha-Seong Kim now batting a crisp .085, which is even more alarming is his OPS. You understand those numbers, .254. Drake Baldwin, the batter. You're stuck in his contract, but you don't have to start him. And it's coming to the point where it doesn't make any sense to start this guy. He's not showing any improvement. They can't even lie to you. You know, the typical jargon that they give you is they may have a quick mound visit. They usually give you that typical jargon of, well, he's hitting the ball really hard. He's just getting unlucky. No, all of his swings are pop-ups, bat at bat, swinging at pitches in the dirt. And I'm sure there's a whole list of reasons why he's struggling, but you can't continue to roll him out there. First pitch on the way to Drake Baldwin, down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. If it were me, I would just sit him on the bench, because you're not going to DFA him, but I would just sit him on the bench, put him in for defensive purposes because he still has a solid glove, and you could still pinch run him from time to time, pinch hit him in desperate situations. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, it's 1-1. But that's it. I mean, to start him over Jorge Mateo, there's nothing that suggests that Jorge Mateo should be sitting on the bench versus Kim. The 1-1. Outside wide. Ball 2, 2-1. You can't have a guy. By the way, the Giants do have a righty and a lefty warming up in the pen. So they may not even let Ray, even if he gets out of this inning, he may not come out there for the 8th regardless. The 2-1 pitch in the dirt, 3-1. He is at 87 pitches now. The tying run is standing on deck in Eli White. They have a right-hander warming up. You would think that's when they would go to him, whether it's this inning or the next. The 3-1 count to Drake, trying to work his way aboard, and swing and a miss. It's a full count. Drake, who struck out once in this game, he's 1 for 3 with a solo shot to start the game. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, filthy knuckle curve, and that'll end the inning. We'll go to the 8th, trailing by 3 here in Braves country.
106 miles from Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses
and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
I need a drink.
When buying a beer, buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Afternoon, everybody. Put my pants on, one leg at a time.
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Everybody drink a beer.
Salad. They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to.
This stinks!
Pretty soon we're going to be calling this country.
This is total BS!
Oh, yeah? I mean, the Lord. You gotta understand it. We're on a mission of God.
I'm on the radio every day!
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me!
And you, music lover, you're next.
You're so drunk you can't hit nothing. In fact, you've probably seen double.
I have 2 guns, one for each of you.
Welcome back. That Mets-Reds score that I just flashed up to you, that's a final 9-1. They're in the top of the 8th, where Miami leads Philadelphia 10-4. First pitch swinging here to start the top of the 8th is a lazy fly ball to center. Mauricio Dubon's got it. F8 in your scorecard, and there's 1 away. New pitcher to announce. It's Anthony Molina. As he comes on for Lopez, who fired 2 shutout innings. Molina has given up 1 run in 3 innings so far this year. First pitch on the way to Willie Adames is a 4-seam fastball off the plate. It's 1-0. Tonight it'll be a fun one. It'll be J.R. Ritchie time. That game will start at 7:15. We'll come on the air about 7 o'clock for that one. Give you all time to get you something to eat before we normally come on a half hour before first pitch, but doubleheaders will push it to 15 minutes. The 1-1, swing and a miss, it's 1-2. The 1-2 count. Braves trail 5-2. They've had a couple of opportunities here in the matinee portion of this game. Is the 1-2 in the dirt? 2-2. Just couldn't come up with the big hit, especially for Austin Riley getting that leadoff double. You were hoping that was the beginning of something to cut in this lead. They have had a couple of the 2-2. Swing, that ball's blasted. High and deep, and she gone. A solo shot, and it's 6-2 San Francisco. So 6-2 the lead for San Francisco. Dead center field, just left of the waterfall out there. First pitch is a 4-seam fastball. right there for a strike on the outer edge. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Soft line drive towards center field, but a leaping grab out there by Ozzie Albies will make it the second out of the inning, 2 away. What is Bobby talking about? An attendance count? My guess is 14, 15 people out there. There's not many. Honest Engine, a couple thousand. They don't give the exact attendance count until after the game. First pitch on the way is a curveball right there at the knees. It's 0-1. They give you a paid attendance over the PA system, but the official attendance count comes about 15 minutes after the ball game. The 0-1, down and away 1-1. We used to get it, but when they changed it to that, we didn't worry about sharing it with anybody. It's kind of a who cares statistic nowadays. The 1-1 pitch, swing, fouls it back, it's 1-2. So a 1-2 count. Miami now 11-4, and they got the bases loaded against the Phillies, so pretty much put that game in the books. So the Braves will not lose a game to the Phillies in the standings on this game, but they have to win to keep pace from last night's win, the 2-2. The pitch misses high and out of the zone. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. The 2-2 changeup just misses. And it's a full count. If we don't score a run in the bottom of the 8th, I say just send this guy back out again. The 3-2 pitch swing, rolls it on the ground over to first, and it's an underhanded toss, and that'll end the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Middle of the order due up for Braves country.
Easy sport was football. What was the hard? Baseball. That ball does some things to you. Any sport that you could fail 7 out of 10 times and become great, that's a hard sport. Right.
Down the left field line. Is it enough? Gone! There it is! 62!
Can't make a foul ball fair by moving the baseline. It's just not in the rules.
More than that, it'd mean we were lying to all your teammates, too. When a lie starts, it involves everyone. You understand it.
I didn't mean it to be so bad.
Swung on, there she goes! Number 62! Move over, Big Mac, you got company!
Everybody boots one now and then.
That's right.
What am I gonna do?
There's only one thing you can do, and that's face up to what you've done.
Deep to right field! Way back! Is this the one? There's a new record holder!
Every man has the responsibility for what he's done. If what he's done's wrong, then he must undo it.
It's time for number 7. Through his first 10 big league seasons, Alex Rodriguez was considered to be a superstar shortstop. But when Alex joined the Yankees in 2004, he had to make the move to third. His prowess with the bat is why he's on this list.
His skill set at the plate is pretty much unmatched in the big leagues. I mean, he hits for power, he hits for average, he drives guys in.
Since he moved to third, A-Rod has led the league in slugging percentage 3 times and captured 2 MVP awards.
A walk-off home run for Alex Rodriguez.
In his 2007 MVP year, he set records for third baseman in both home runs and RBIs.
He's done it again! Simply amazing.
And in 2009, he added to his resume with a postseason filled with clutch performances.
And a game-tying home run in the 9th inning.
Welcome back. First pitch from Robbie Ray to start the innings, high and out of the zone to Eli White. It's 0-1. Yeah, I mean that's what we've been talking about all game long, Jody, is you don't do it intentionally. You're not intentionally trying to lose the game, but you're not going to chase a win down by 4. The 0-1 dribbles it on the ground over short. Eli booking down the line. They'll get him by about a step. Good hustle by Eli, 1 away. 1 up, 1 down, and Matt Olson will come to the plate. So they will let Ray face Olsen. And if for some reason he's still in the game in this inning, Dominic Smith would probably be his last stop. First pitch on the way is a changeup off the plate. It's 1-0. Because you've got Olsen, Ozzie, and then Dominic Smith. After that, you've got righty-righty, and that's probably where the train would end for Ray, the 1-0. Down and away, 2-0. 2-0 count. Braves would also like to knock him out of the game to eliminate one of their arms for tonight's game. So there's more than just winning this game. The 2-0 pitch. Swing, hits hard hit ball in the right field, and that's through for a base hit. So it's a one-out single by your Atlanta Braves and Matt Olson. We'll see if this leads to anything.
It's not watered down.
Worm burner.
This is Ice House.
108 miles an hour off the bat.
Smooth as it gets.
Portugal did spit the bit, by the way. They tied that match 1-1. Yes, England's about to play here in a little bit. USA doesn't play until Friday. It's a weird time. It's like 3 p.m. That's going to be it for Ray, so they don't want to see any more. They'll turn Ozzie Albies back around, and we'll be back in a flash. It will be the right-hander coming out of the pen. We'll introduce him when we return, trailing by a grand salami. Dylan Smith with a 0.00 ERA coming in. The right-hander has thrown 5 innings so far. First pitch on the way. Upstairs for a strike. It's 0-1. He is from Huntsville, Alabama. So he grew up here in Braves country, probably a Braves fan. The 0-1. Swing, slices it down the left field line, giving chase, making the running catch in the corner, foul territory. Great catch out there. The left fielder, Schmidt, makes the grab, and there's 2 down. He's from Huntsville, Alabama, drafted by the Tigers in the 3rd round in 2021. And he is an Alabama Crimson Tide. He played college ball there for Alabama. 6'2", 180 pounds. And there's 2 down. Dominic Smith, the batter. First pitch. Right there for a strike. 4-seam fastball. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Smith, who walked in the first inning, he's 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out his last time up. The 0-1 pitch. Top of the zone. Called for a strike. It's another one of those head scratchers where, and it looks like it might have touched the zone, but it's worth a shot of challenging, especially when you still have 2 left. If you switch that to a 1-1 count, you've changed the at-bat, the 0-2. But that's not the most egregious. There's been about 4 egregious ones today. The 0-2 pitch swing. That ball's hammered into right field. That's through for a base hit. They'll go station to station, trailing by 4, but we've got runners on the corners with 2 outs. And Mauricio Dubon coming to the plate.
Make us believe again.
So trailing 6-2, but the tying run has just come to the on-deck circle.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah!
Dubon batting .339 with runners in scoring position this year. First pitch of the 4-seamer in the dirt. It's 1-0. 1-0. Kicks and fires. Swing. Lifts it. Out to center field. And making the running catch out there in center is Gilbert for out number 3. Braves put another scare into the Giants, but the Giants come out clean. We go to the 9th inning, trailing by 4.
We're a team. One person struggles, we all struggle. One player triumphs, we all triumph.
Well, since when are you the quitting kind?
I don't know. I just don't see the point anymore.
Want to talk about our opponent?
In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself.
They're bigger, faster, stronger, and on paper, they're just better, and they know it too. But I want to tell you something that they don't know. They don't know your heart. I do. I've seen it. You have shown it to me. You have shown yourselves just exactly who you are. When you take that field, you've got to lay that heart on the line. From the soles of your feet, with every ounce of blood you've got, lay it on the line. And if you do that, you cannot lose. We cannot be defeated. How you play today, from this moment on, is how you will be remembered.
Hey! What's this lying around?
Well, what are we supposed to do, you moron?
What? Over? Did you say over? Where's the spirit? Where's the guts? Huh? Oh, we're afraid to go with you. We might get in trouble. Well, just kiss my ass from now on! Not me! I'm not gonna take this!
This is your opportunity to rise from these ashes and grab glory.
Nothing is over until we decide it is! Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Hell no! It ain't over now! Because when the going gets tough, the tough get going! Who's with me?
Could fight him with conventional weapons. That could take years. I think we have to go all out.
Want to talk about our opponent?
He's a dead man!
This situation absolutely requires
Our opponent.
Dead!
a really futile and stupid gesture be done on somebody's part.
Our opponent.
Dead!
We're just the guys to do it.
Let's go! Go!
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Excuse me. Gotta take my first step toward the Hall of Fame.
And this crowd's back into it now.
Personally, I think we got hosed on that call.
First pitch from Molina. He is back out there for another inning. Right there for a strike. It's 0-1. 0-1. Kicks and fires. Fouls the changeup off. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Braves trail 6-2. Game 1 of the double dip tonight. 7:15 first pitch. It'll be J.R. Ritchie night. Should be a fun one. The 0-2 swing. Rips it over to third. Line drive. One hopper. Riley grabs it. Leaps to his feet and fires a missile over to first. And there's one away. Good defensive play. Third to good fourth if you count last night. Really good defensive play in this one game by Austin Riley. Not winning a Silver Slugger anytime soon, but give that man a Gold Glove. First pitch from Molina upstairs to Arias is a four-seam fastball. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Four-seam outside wide, 1-1. One count. Change up down and away. 2-1. Trying to get him to chase. Rice is usually a really hard batter to get to swing out of the zone. He takes a more short, compact swing. To keep his average up is the 2-1 outside wide, 3-1. So you really just have to try and challenge him. He's got 2 home runs on the year, but is far from a home run hitter. The 3-1. Fastball, P at the knees, full count. They're not doing themselves a whole lot of good either because they're living on the outside with Arias. You got to change the view every once in a while. The 3-2 pitch, swing, rolls it up the middle, and it'll be a slow bouncer into center field, and he's on with the 1-out single. Eldridge, the batter. First pitch is a curveball down and in. It's 1-0. Braves will have J.R. Ritchie on the mound tonight. It may be a bullpen game for San Francisco. They may call someone up. 1-0, swing and a miss. 1-1. They'll flip it over to first. Keep Arias close by. The 1-1. Change up, misses, ball 2, 2-1. Webb pitched on Sunday, so you know it's not going to be him. The 2-1 pitch, swing, chopper, and that ball's going to get over the leaping glove of Matt Olson. A slow roller into the right field towards the corner, and they'll have runners on the corners with 1 out. Not a hard hit ball, but just over the outstretched glove of a leaping Matt Olson. That ball's a little lower. We probably got a double play. Root pitches tomorrow night, and McDonald, it would be on short rest for him as well. So it's either going to be someone they call up from the minors or it's going to be a bullpen game. First pitch is right there. Slider for strike. It's 0-1. I wish it was McDonald. That guy's terrible. I've watched him pitch like 3 times randomly, and he can't find the broadside of a barn. The 0-1. Chopper back to the mound. Bad throw by Molina, but he throws the runner out at second base. On the play, the runner will score from third, so it'll be an RBI for Chapman and a fielder's choice. He could have come home. Honestly, Molina, that was a bad decision. At first glance, I wasn't sure, but I just saw the replay of it. Arias got a really late break. He comes home, he's going to be dead meat. Devers, the batter, has got a home run already in today's game. First pitch swinging, fouls it away. It's 0-1. There's nobody up in the upper deck. There's like 3 guys up there. Good Lord. A souvenir went up there, and one guy by his lonesome is looking for it. He's going to have plenty of time. Good to see you, Bobby. The 0-1. Now some kid finally found it. I don't know how he found it way over there. Someone must have kicked it. But there are just like a few people over there. They said they're going to close the gates and then reopen them about an hour before tonight's game as the 0-2 misses high 1-2. They're doing that to keep people from seeing 2 for 1. As few people who are in the stands right now, they should let them get a freebie matinee. 1-2 count. Infield back and to the right. A few people out there in the chop house, they're passed out in the heat. The 1-2 swing, pops it up. He lifts it high and deep into center field, drifting back at the warning track, making the catches. Dubon, and that'll end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth. All we need is 3 bloops and 3 blasts, and we're back in it. Back at a flash here in Braves country.
Greatest center fielders of all time.
Ken Griffey Jr., when you start talking about the all-time great center fielders, how can he not be one of the top 3 or 4 guys that you're going to bring up?
Unbelievable, Ken Griffey Jr. Holy smoke!
He, at one point in the game, did pretty much anything he wanted to.
Junior flying diamond makes the catch!
Great talent, and he had the good fortune to grow up around the game, in the game.
He was the son of Ken Griffey Sr. He wasn't in awe of being in the major leagues.
Really enjoyed the game. One of his nicknames was the Kid, and he acted like a kid.
Griffey leaps high in the air, and he's got it! An incredible catch by the Kid!
To watch him go after a ball, up the wall, over the wall.
Leaps up and he makes the catch!
I saw the guy cover basically left field to right field. There wasn't a ball that went in the air that he didn't think he could catch.
Amazing catch by Junior as he takes a home run away!
But Griffey's grace was not confined to the outfield. The man put up some big-time numbers with one of baseball's sweetest swings.
Very effortless, very smooth. His hitting was something he was born to do that.
He'd do his little deal and get his hips going and get that little swagger with his bat, and all of a sudden he'd get set. You could see it, his face would light up, and you'd be like, uh-oh.
Belted, and I mean belted! A bird down, goodbye, baseball!
Probably a lot of times he would tell you, I'm not a power hitter. You might have heard him say that on occasion.
I don't worry about hitting home runs.
Number 600 for Ken Griffey Jr.
Unfortunately, a rush of injuries hit Griffey just as he was being mentioned as the best to ever play the game.
He earned a spot on the All-Century team.
The youngest All-Century player, Ken Griffey Jr.
Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. Welcome back. 22. If I think of the guy's name, I'll tell you. It was pretty funny the video as the pitch to Riley is fouled back out of play. Braves trail 7-2. It'll be Riley. Riley finally got a hit today. 1 for 3 on the day. The Yaz and Kim. So we get things going. Kim's going to be there to straighten that out. Do you 0-2? Did you get he did get a piece of that stay alive. You would think Mateo comes in and hit for Kim if there's anything going on. If it's 2 up and 2 down, they might as well just let Kim finish it out. Put Mateo in some kind of a chamber and get him ready for the night. The 0-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 1 away. You'd like to bang this guy around a little bit because if they have to go get the bullpen and bring their closer in to save the game, that would definitely affect tonight's game. But if we go quietly, they can save him for tonight. First pitch is a curveball upstairs to the Yaz. It's 0-1. Yaz 0 for 3 against his former team. 3 strikeouts. Not a great showing, but he was going up against Robbie Ray for the majority of the game. Is the four-seam fastball right down the pipe. It's 0-2. So he's the 0-2. Outside wide 1-2. And we talked about it earlier, but he would not be in the lineup against Robbie Ray if the game was starting from scratch. The 1-2 count. Swing. Chops it down the line. Foul. And we'll do it again. Smith brings it. Swing. Fouls it back 97 miles an hour. Kind of a late bloomer, but this guy's got pretty good stuff. The 1-2. Swing. Lifts it towards right field. That should get down. It does. And it's a one-out single for your Atlanta Braves and the As. So not quite over yet.
Yes, put everything on it. Don't hold back anything. Yabba, dabba, do. Yahoo!
First pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball. Right there on the outer edge for a ball. It's 1-0. ABS challenge. We'll see if they... Nope, he did not get it.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
The 1-0 in the dirt. Ball 2-0. Well, I hope you're saying that Kim is due for a 6-run home run here to walk us off. That's what it'll take. On deck is Drake Baldwin, so if he can just get on base, we would take that. The top of the order due up for the Braves, the 2-0. Down and away, ball 3, 3-0. So 3-0 count. Kim, who's 0 for 3 on the day, just trying to find any way to get aboard. The 3-0 pitch. Down and away, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. Good job of working your way aboard. And Drake Baldwin coming to the plate. The right-hander warming up in the pen for the Giants. They're closed. Elope looks like they... This is Tony Vitello. Let's see if he's coming out there to actually pull him out of the game. He could be stalling. Or is he going out there to talk to Smith? I mean, once you get the guy, as they call him, get him hot, and they are going to go to the bullpen. So we'll be back in a flash. Braves trail by 5, but they had to go to the pen, and that's a minor battle. You never know. He may not have it. Welcome back, Caleb Killian. Will come on, the right-hander, as an ERA just north of 3, so he's not exactly lights out. He can be gotten. Righty-lefty matchup is Drake Baldwin takes the first pitch upstairs, sinker misses high. They call it a strike. It's 0-1. Once again, the Braves not challenging anything. The 0-1. He's got a four-seam fastball, a curveball, and a slider along with the sinker. The 0-1 down and in. Slider misses. 1-1. The four-seamer comes in 50% of the time, curve 26, and the slider 13, the sinker 10. Average is about 97 miles an hour on that fastball, 96 to 97. The 1-1, first and second, one out. Drake Baldwin digging in. The pitch, swing, punches it foul. We're coming on the air about 7 o'clock, maybe a touch before, but not much before. Give you all a chance to catch some dinner and whatnot. And then the game tonight, it's J.R. Ritchie time against what most likely will be a bullpen game, which are not always easy, but they have used quite a bit of the bullpen in this game. Four-seam fastball, swung on, slice foul. It's 1-2. Ray, who was supposed to be the starter, went 6 innings. Hauser won't be available either, but he wouldn't have been to begin with. And then Smith and Killian, you can pretty much write them off. 1-2 count. Standing on deck is Eli, the pitch. Swing and a miss, chase the knuckle curve in the dirt, and there's 2 down. 2 down, and it's all up to Eli White here to keep the line moving. If not, we'll see you tonight for J.R. Ritchie. Didn't want an injury for Spencer Strider, but I am excited to see J.R. back in the fold in the Braves rotation. I thought he pitched pretty well. He had the one bad outing as the first pitch. Swing and a miss, four-seam fastball. It's 0-1. And you got to figure they're going to start trying to fast-track Hurston Waldrop back to the majors. So we may see him in a few weeks. The 0-1. Swing, chopper, down the line. It's 0-2. The guy that they may call up during the split doubleheader here, where you get the roster expansion. Remember, they just re-signed Cookie Carrasco, so he could be the guy they select. The 0-2 count, Braves down to the last strike. 2 on, 2 out. 7-2 your score. The wind up the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 98. This guy, it's a good thing we burned him. Don't want to see him tonight. Braves lose a tough one, 7-2.
This sucks, and it's horse but I'm too polite to say anything, because I'm a class act.
There isn't anything to do. We're done. We're licked.
What do they do to us?
Right now, we're caught as we're wanted. If it's amusement you're after, I guess the game's up.
It's all over with.
Oh, what a loser!
So goodbye, everybody, and remember, please, for the next day or so, the terrible lesson you learned tonight.
Oh, no! We suck again!
Braves lose a tough one, 7-2. 7 runs, 10 hits, no errors for San Francisco. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors for your Atlanta Braves. Braves will fall to 46-25, 21 games above 500. And there'll be 7 games in front of the Phillies heading into tonight, who lost as well. And we'll have a chance to go back to 7.5 if we get the W tonight. You got to believe the Braves are going to bounce back well tonight and get back in the win column. We'll see you tonight for Game 2 of this series. Tonight, tomorrow night, Friday night, all 7:15 first pitches. Remember, Saturday is a 4:10 first pitch, and then your normal Sunday afternoon till 1:35. Y'all have a great one, Braves country. Casey at the Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2, but with 1 inning more to play. And when Cooney died at first, and Barrows did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a hoodoo, while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude grim, melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single, to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted, and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second, and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley, it rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eye, a sneer curled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in a haughty grandeur there. Closed by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of a storm waves on a stern and distant shore. Kill him! Kill the umpire! Shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With a smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult, he bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the dun sphere flew. But Casey ignored it, and the umpire said, "Strike two!" "Fraud!" cried the maddened thousands, and echoed answered, "Fraud!" But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. And they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball, and now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. Casey at the Bat, Ernest Lawrence Thayer, published June 3rd, 1888. San Francisco Examiner.
see you then. Goodbye, sweetheart. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.